Unbelievable. Get ready to expand your mind, guys. Greetings and welcome to smartwatchtics.com. I am revealing to you inside this box probably the ultimate of these Apple look-alike Apple Watch Series 8 Ultra smartwatches in gold. I mean everything in gold. Look at this, all the way around, the entire module. If that isn't enough, underneath the card that tells you all about it are 3 different bands, a beautiful gold band with, by the way, the tool included to punch out the segments if you need to for sizing it to your wrist. There's a yellow band that goes with it. There's a totally wireless charger for charging this thing, and a black band as well. Let me show you some actual paperwork on this. Yes, I do still use paper. Alibaba. This is where we got the DW88 and DW89 watches. Remember, they were same style, but they're Android, and it came from the same place. The Shenzhen Pufek Technology Company. Those guys happen to be the selling arm of Valdez. And Valdez is a manufacturer that makes this great stuff. These guys have been on Alibaba for 12 years. But Alibaba is wholesale. Aliexpress is the retail outlet. So if you're set up for Aliexpress already, it's just a little bit more through the DT number 1 brand smartwatch store. Yeah, we all know DT number 1. I've done a lot of reviews of their watches. They are offering the G9 Ultra Pro Gold smartwatch for a little over $21. Now, the $10 one, you have to pay shipping on that, which could be $7 to $10 in your area probably. Anyway, so for about the same price, $20. All right, including shipping. You're going to be able to pick this up either AliExpress or Alibaba. But wait. For those of you who have Amazon accounts, well, it's sort of available on Amazon. The G9 Ultra Pro, it's not giving us an actual price through Amazon, but it does give you options for other vendors that are selling it. And the 2 that I found today are $50 and $64, all for the same watch. Here we go, the spec breakdown. Low power consumption using Bluetooth 3 and 4. You've got 240 by 296, 1.9 inch screen on this one. Pure cobalt, 190 milliamp hour battery, giving you about 18 days of use, 7 days or so standby. Wireless charging, on and on and on. No camera in this one, of course. These are some of the different functions that the watch includes. So we're going to look at it now. It's 49 millimeter housing in size. That's standard. 2.2 inch screen on this one, practically edge to edge resolution. Here's some basics on putting it all together. It uses a QD Fit Pro app for this one. We'll take a look at that. And you've got a whole bunch of more information that I'll let you freeze frame and read at your leisure as we pull this little module out. Okay, before even putting it together, I want to show you, we've got a little plastic film on the top. It's not a screen protector, but just a film. We'll take that puppy off. The back, smooth, integrated color-wise. You've got the twirling knob here. You've got a pillbox button there. The standard slide-in style of Apple bands. It looks like you've got speaker here and a button on the side there. Usually you press the little pill button to turn it on. We give it a second or so, and it lights up with hello, as in the Hello Kitty kind of thing. And it wants to pair immediately to the phone. So we'll do that. It does it practically instantly once you got it set up. Now I have to charge the puppy because, oh, No, I don't. It's already, it's only lost 2%. I've had it on a long time. I thought it might have run down. It's at 98%, so we can keep going. We'll look at the app more in detail later. Here's the watch. Let's pull it down. Look at the top. We've got all kinds of controls here. Here's our overall ambient brightness, I believe this is. You got Bluetooth connecting, turn on. Your battery is right here. These are the different ways you can look at your apps. We're looking at it in a text version, but you have this arc available. You've got the bubble style. You've got 3 across, it looks like, and back again. We'll use this one because it's easier for us to navigate. In addition to these, oh wow, look at that. It popped into an always-on ambient display. Did I say this is a $10 watch? Wow. Okay, we will get to that. Here's heart rate. Flips in here, and using both red and green diodes, I can hold it right here on the fleshy part of my hand, which, by the way, is a good place to put it. Oh, it's nowhere near 101. Come on, you guys. Let's try that again. This is a good place on everybody's body to take measurements because there's no hair. Our body color tends to be almost the same in your hands, and it's a nice open, wide, fleshy area that you can easily put the watch on without it vibrating too much. So if you don't have bands on the watch and you just want to take a quick measurement of anything, blood oxygen, whatever you're reading, you can do it right here. All right, so you see it's working. It's giving us some readings, and it's doing it using the diodes to read off of this. And that came from here. This is where you set your different languages, and here they are. There's a bunch of them in this one. I love it. Even the highlights are gold inside of the display itself. So we're set on English. There's your last night's sleep time. No, we have just taken it out of the box pretty much, and I haven't had a chance to sleep with it to check that out. You've got temperature in this one, body temperature, for real. Amazing. And there you go. It's giving me a body temperature and calculated from skin temperature. So both readings are there as well. You've got alarm clock that you can set your alarms from here. You got access, when you're tethered, to Facebook. What's that little bird? Gosh, wasn't it blue? It's been so long. X, come back here. Oh, you're going to be nasty on me. All right. I got to set up the twist your wrist thing. Twitter. Yes, we all know Twitter. Here's messaging. This is vibration you can turn on for the watch. There's phone calling. Yeah, this is a Bluetooth tethered calling watch as well that does temperature. Nice. It's ringing the phone right now. You hear it over there? Yep. That's your find your phone. There's your battery. I haven't gotten that into work, so I don't know. I think that's just a display of how much battery power you have. There's the QR code to download the app. Again, I recommend you use the link in the show notes. It'll take you directly to the Google Play Store, and you'll want to download it from there to make sure it's gone through all the checks and balances. This is where you get a synopsis of all of your stuff, your heart rate, your distance traveled, your calories burned, your step count. All that's there in a nice presentation. There's your messages sent from your phone. Sent from your phone. This is the overall brightness level, and we've been looking at all this time at the lowest brightness. There's 100%, but I'm going to go back down a little bit. Let's do 50% for the review. Information about it, the G9 Ultra Pro, that's the one to look for. And that's it. So you got access to a lot of the basic stuff right from swiping down. Swipe up, you get all the things that you've opened in little card format. You can go to any of them instantly, or you can get all the way to the bottom and delete them all. Have no recent tasks. Swiping to the left. Now, you're getting into an integrated music player. Yeah, told you it's got a speaker in it. Now remember, it's only about a $10, $30 watch. It's not super expensive, but it has music, Bluetooth. Let's listen to it. Here we go. Got some music queued up on the phone. Ho, ho, ho! You're kidding me. Wow. Yeah, it's coming out of the watch. Okay, I'm sold. Really? Let's switch to another song. Oh, we're going to get an ad. Even the ads sound clear. Okay, we can skip that. It can do it while it's playing the ambient display as well. Or the watch is off. They put a lot of work in this one. I'm impressed. That isn't even full volume yet. Holy cow. Okay. And that was only the first swipe to the music player. You can go over, and now we get to the synopsis of your activity. Step count, calories burned, and heart rate included. Heart rate, it'll go to that card, and you'll measure that. There's last night's sleep time. Temperature in your area, Fahrenheit or centigrade. You set that up in the app, and back to your watch face. Now check this out. Here we go. You can turn the knob and get into all kinds of watch faces. Nice. Wow. In gold, on gold. Oh, it just jumped to another one. I touched the wheel, I think. Nice. Here's one that is downloadable from the App Store, I believe, or the Face Store. Here we go with, wow, color changing screen. It just goes on and on, on and on. Here we're back to that one. This one's got active buttons on here that you can press any of your social media, heart rate, step count, and get you the date as well. Very, very nice. I know you want to see it put together, so let's do that next. Wow, really? I haven't even taken the plastic off on it, but it would look like this. It releases right here, and of course, it snaps right together. There we go. And check this out. This is actually a quick release band attached to an adapter that slid into the watch. So if you've got an Apple Watch, you could get this whole thing, and maybe you don't even need the watch. You could give that away. You get yourself the adapter, and you got a really nice band with pins that can go in here. Completely interchangeable with any regular watch. And if you don't have an Apple Watch, you could use this gold band on whatever watch you do have. And what about the yellow band? Pretty easy. You put it in, slide it around, connect it to one of the holes, get it sized the way you like it, and now you've got a yellow band on this watch too. Really sweet. And of course, the black band with the gold buckles really, really makes this watch shine. Now, let's run into the apps themselves. You come over here, you got the twirly ability to go through them all. We have at the very top, alarms, find your phone, of course your Twitter account. You've got phone book, outdoor sports. They're kind of all mixed up and mixed together. Your remote camera, the music player. You do have blood pressure, which is interesting because we didn't see that when we went through the cards. We saw a heart rate, but you have blood pressure on this one too, using both green and red diodes, it looks like. Gives you systolic over diastolic. Again, the accuracy of all these needs to be checked by each of us individually against our own actual readings. So don't trust the values until you've had a chance to do that. You got a nice little built-in calculator in here. Your call records are there, reboot messages. Here's heart rate, we saw that. We'll get back to settings. A breathing relaxation app is in here that you can work with. You got a simple calendar, shows you the current day and then where it is in the month as well. Temperature, we took a look at. Body temperature is part of this watch. There's Facebook, watch faces, the dialer. Again, they're all mixed up. Ladies, you got menstrual cycle. When you set it up in the app, you can track where you are in your cycle. There's the Google Assistant or Siri, and you can speak right into the microphone, hear the answers coming back out of the watch itself. More data stuff, countdown timers, stopwatch. Here's blood oxygen. It's going to do that measurement. And that one is also using green and red. Maybe it's turning all colors on and it's only using whichever one it needs, because usually blood oxygen depends on the red diode. But there we go. We're getting readings off of that one. Twist your wrist to see the time has been off. That's why it's not working, guys. Sorry about that. Usually I have it on. So now we've turned it on, so we know it's not a dysfunction of the watch. These are the different styles of menus that we were talking about. And, oh, okay, when you pull the tab out that side, you get these things, the time, date. You can lock the screen and your most frequently used apps. Now, this is interesting. City, when you tap that, that shows you where you are. It gives you your city name and your latitude and longitude. Now, you got weather forecast. We talked about that. Or weather, no forecast with that one. Your indoor activities, your brightness adjustments, WhatsApp's in here, and the overall QR code. So sadly, they're not really well done in the text version, so you might want to memorize what the icons look like and use one of the other methods of going through them if you'd like to. So now let's head over to settings. We skipped over those, and there's a treat I want to show you in here. Change the backlighting time. You can have it from 5 seconds up to never. Never? What that means is you're going to be in an always on mode always. So pick a face and it's not going to turn off. Or you could be in an app. Wherever you want to be, it's going to stay on. Now, yes, it's going to eat the heck out of your battery. It's something that you use sparingly, but it does give you that always on, never timeout mode. Now, it timed out to an always on screen, it looks like, because I have always on activated. So that's a fun feature. Let's get back in here to the settings and take it further. Backlighting time set to never. Change the dial, language, NFC, dimming. That's your overall brightness, language, screen off dial. This is turning on or off the ambient always on screen. And we turned that, and it's not always on, but it's on for quite a while. The little digital one that we saw, or analog, no digital one on this one. And then finally, button to edit. This is the side button here we haven't even talked about. Normally it's outdoor sports, but you can make it be anything you want to. You could do your blood pressure or reboot the watch, settings, your breath. Let's say that's something you really want to do a lot and you're back here on your watch. Now you press the side button and you can immediately go into the breath relaxation. And that's available to change directly from the watch. So it's really taken the user interface to a whole new level, giving you all kinds of capabilities on this one. The last thing is the app. We haven't looked at that yet. This is a pretty full-featured app, QD Fit Pro. That's what the icon looks like from the Google Play Store. Tap to open it. If you've installed it, you get an account set up. You pair it to the watch, which is pretty quick. After you've done it the first time, it will auto-pair for you the next time you launch the app, as it's doing right now, which is really cool. When it does, it'll interrogate the watch, and it will download the information that's waiting there for you. That last pairing was for the audio and the phone calling. So the Bluetooth is really integrated well in these now. We're going to release this thing to let it refresh, update the step count, heart rate, and so forth. There we go. I've been out and active a little bit today, and this is really interesting. I've not seen step count tracked in this way. Instead of showing you by hour how many steps you took that hour, it's developing a continuous chart for you starting when you first took steps. And it's showing you here when you take the different steps at the different time intervals, which are every 10 minutes. So you can see how the steps increase to the current total. And they start from way back here at night basically in the morning, I took 9 steps, and you could tell I got up to go to the bathroom between 2:20 and 2:30. 9 steps in, 4 steps out, whatever. And then the next time I took steps was after I got up, and so forth. So this is really fun, that you can accumulate your steps and see this over time. Here's yesterday, for example. Came all the way up here, and then at nighttime I wasn't doing as much. And so it was a slower rise until it got basically to the point of going to bed at midnight. Well, I was in bed earlier. Anyway, that's all in the step count information. We've got recent exercises, which I don't have any on here. I haven't done any of that workout yet, but it'll show you, and you can move through the different days, and that'll be your total information. Heart rate now, jumping up and down around these different levels as it's taking the readings every 15 minutes. These are the actual readings. Honestly, in terms of heart rate, it seems to be irregular. It's jumping a lot. I wouldn't trust this one. When I take it with a regular reading, the finger pulse type, I'm getting more of a consistency. The range is really high, 114 to 87, 74. So check the heart rate. It may not be accurate, but look at the price of the watch. You're not probably getting the top of the line sensors with this one. Here's what yesterday looked like. Again, quite erratic, but bouncing around a typical area in here. If you're doing a lot of workout, you may see a rise in the overall heart rate. Last night's sleep time, interesting kind of a chart. You touch it, it's showing you a line, but not giving you much information. Touch here, you get deeper into it. It's showing you your range here. The light sleep from that time to that time is displayed. You have wide awake, light, and deep. No REM sleep on this one. It is showing you your zones, again, cumulatively, of when you moved in and out of different parts of sleep. And that's kind of nice. So you can just zero in what was happening to me at 6:50 in the morning. Well, it'll tell you you were in deep sleep right there, and it'll show that. Here's yesterday's just as an example of another chart. And then we're back to the home page. Blood pressure now and blood oxygen are instantaneous readings. I did a few yesterday. There you see them. Here are the times they were taken and what they look like. For today, I haven't done that, but you can hit start testing. The watch will immediately go into the measurement mode. It'll give you systolic over diastolic, and when it finally settles down, it'll give you the reading right here on the chart, or on the text, and it'll show you on the chart where you're at. But again, these are instantaneous readings and not continuous. Same with blood oxygen, no data here. Here's yesterday, a couple of them, and it will make a line between them as it puts them together. And you hit start testing using the red diode technology now underneath there. Well, red and green it looks like. It'll give you your blood oxygen reading in here as well. And there it was. And then body temperature. Now, coming into here, this again is incremental. Well, it's not doing today anyway at incremental. It's yesterday's. I've got a continuous thing taken every 10 minutes or so, it looks like, 20 minutes, half hour, every half hour, unless I took a individual reading, which you can, again, of course, by hit start testing, and it's going to measure your body temperature in degrees Fahrenheit here, and it's showing up in Fahrenheit here as well. Back to today. Okay, it looks like I just needed to sequence it or something, or needed to catch up with me. So there's from midnight to the current time for body temperature. So those are the different measurements you've got in the watch on this first tab. This is kind of cool. Look at that graphic, how it just loops that and fades it out. A lot of attention here. Sports, this is where you could do running or walking. You change your sporting activity here. You can set your goals that you want. You got to take the phone with you, with the watch, and it'll give you your GPS track. The equipment, it's the GS9 Ultra Pro, your power level, the information on it, and a lot of things. Now, you have watch face settings, and you have tons and tons of them. But you can only install one at a time, as in most of these watches. But you got some great digital ones. Few analog ones are in here as well, and you can pick it out and transfer it over. Logo setting. This is crazy. You know how when you turn on a watch, it'll say Lympho or DT number 1 or whatever company it is? Well, this one it said what? Remember at the beginning? Had Kitty after it. Didn't say it, but I said, hello, Kitty, right? Kitty. No, hello. It said hello. And that was the logo that showed up on the screen. But you can actually take a photograph with your camera or select from your album whatever you would like to show up on the screen. Hello! If you're a small business and you're looking for a Christmas gift around $20 per person or so, and you could put your corporate logo information as simple as this on every one of the watches and given to them as a present, and when they turn their watch on, McDonald's, Burger King, Walmart, whatever it is, shows up on the screen before it pops into the watch face. It's custom made for doing that. You don't have to send it out to a shop to create all of that. It's a real simple process. Or you put your wife, your girlfriend, your child, whatever you want, so when you turn the watch on, you'll see that logo. First time I've ever seen that. It's really smart. Really, really smart. Here's where you activate incoming calls. Any of your apps from the phone can be set to push information to the watch. This is alarm clock, sedentary reminders, all of these things. Twist your wrist to see the time. Here's the automatic heart detection. I want to show you this because you can set the time beginning and ending and the interval for monitoring your heart detection. That's pretty nice. Body temperature setting. All of this stuff, the time range, you can set a warning. Now it's calibrated for centigrade for setting the warning, but you can change, of course, to Fahrenheit for display and have automatic testing between a start and stop time as well. You've got, ladies, your menstrual period information, set all that stuff up. You can find the bracelet, languages, firmware, sync your contacts, take the device off, go over to you, set up your daily goals in terms of sleep, target steps, and so forth. The permissions and whatnot to make sure that it's working, troubleshooting, and a little bit about the app itself for information. And of course, you can update the app as it becomes updated. So let's summarize. This puppy for the price, and we're talking $9.29 plus shipping from Alibaba. 1 unit from the wholesaler, and they will do that. Send it out to you if you get yourself all set up with an Alibaba account for $10 plus shipping. Or head over to Aliexpress for about double that, $20, $21 from the DT number 1 store. With free shipping, you can get it sent out. Or if you really want to be careful and run it through the Amazon process, you can come into the other vendors as they show up in the Amazon listing and pick it up for around $50 to $65. Any which way you do it, it's a good deal. I would say for $50, this is pretty darn good. But if you are thinking about something like this as an Apple $800 or whatever Ultra watch, and you want to try it out to see how well it fits, what it feels like on your arm, what it looks like, if you like it or not, for a tiny investment, you could pull this puppy in and play with it and then decide, okay, I'm going to spring for the real Apple Watch that does all the Apple things, and not be disappointed if you got it and decided you didn't like it. Okay, so follow me on that. It's a good trial one. It's also something great to pass on to your family members or friends, or like I was saying with the corporate possibilities, why wait till retirement to give them the gold watch, right? Surprise them at Christmas this year and give everybody at the Christmas party a gold watch for really about $20 or so. Alrighty, gang, that's it for today. I appreciate you being here and watching, and please subscribe if you haven't yet, and check the show notes. We got the links for all these buying sources for you there. It helps us out if you use the link, because that traces it back and lets them know you're watching the reviews and helps me get in more and more of these things for you. Okay, we'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching.